Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Real Hot Girl Shit. My name is Dana Kowitsa, and I'm your host. I am so happy to be on this journey with you guys. So, today, our episode is going to be a little all over the place, but I wanted to do some pop culture slash The Bachelor slash Love Island slash Taylor and Trav duh, and kind of go all over the place. So just bear with me, and I hope you guys enjoy this episode because we're going to have a lot of fun topics in this episode. So don't you dare skip it because it's going to be maybe the best one yet. It's going to be the best one yet. We're manifesting. Okay, but I wanted to dive into The Bachelor, so let's get into it. I hope you know I meant The Bachelorette because obviously Jenn is coming up. Jenn's season is coming up, and I'm so excited to watch her. She's gonna kill it. She's our first Asian American Bachelorette, which is huge. Like, if you know the Bachelor franchise, you know that that's fucking huge because The Bachelor, it's had a really, really, really bad thing about diversity and bringing different body types and bringing different races. And literally, it's always white people and it's always skinny ass, tiny ass white people. Okay. So, Jenn is our first Asian American bachelorette. I'm so happy for her. She is stunning and so sweet. I act like I've met her on the TV. She looks like she's sweet. So I feel like it's going to be a fun episode. Fun episode. It's going to be a fun season. And, you know, I'm going to take the little bits of diversity that they give us because of course they gave us Jenn, which is huge. I'm so excited for her. But then there's one plus size man. They were like, we'll give you one at a time. So I'm hoping that they're really starting to change. I mean, obviously, not with the guy that is plus size, but bringing in an Asian American and bringing in more Black people and more Latinos and Latinas. I just feel like the franchise could do way fucking better at casting. Like, look at Love Island. Look at, it shouldn't have taken Bachelor this long for them to have one Asian lead. Bachelor, if you're watching this, just do better. Do better, okay? It's not that fucking hard. That people love diversity. Well, the right people. The right people. So, anyways, back to Jen's season. But they just announced her on Call Her Daddy, and Call Her Daddy is my favorite show. If you guys don't know, now you know. Alex Cooper. I always tell people that I would love to be the disabled Alex Cooper because she is so badass. I love her podcast. She's such a fun time. And if there's one thing you should know about me, it's that I love Leo women. Okay. I love Leo women. We just vibe right off the bat, and Leo women have taken such a big place in my heart. So, Alex Cooper is a Leo, and I fucking love her. I watch every single episode. And so, Jenn is going to be on this week, and it actually came out today. I'm so excited to watch it after this. But I'm really excited for Jen's season. I think she's going to knock it out of the park. It starts July 8th. So if you're not a Bachelor fan, I get it. I get why you're not. So you don't have to watch it, but it's going to be a fun season. So I'm really, really excited to watch. I think it's going to be great. And I also, on the topic of reality TV, because if you know me, that's one thing you should know about me. I'm a whore, WHORE for reality TV. Okay, I eat that shit up. I eat it up. And I'm making all these people a lot of money, okay, by watching. But Love Island UK and Love Island USA. So I haven't really gotten that deep into Love Island USA yet, just because I'm so focused on catching up with Love Island UK. So Love Island UK is honestly a little, I mean, it's starting off a little mid to me. It's starting off a little slow. I need some juice. I need some tea. But, we keep on watching because I'm not a quitter here. I am never a quitter. When it comes to reality TV, I will watch that shit from beginning to end. Maybe 3 times. Just kidding. I don't watch a season over again. That's a little much. But I Love Island, Love Island USA, Love Island UK, Love Island Australia. I love Temptation Island, which Grace just got me hooked on. Oh my god, it's so good. I love Bachelor. I love Perfect Match, which we're going to talk about next because fuck Harry Jowsey. Fuck Harry Jowsey. That's the only thing I will ever say about Alex Cooper. I'll be like, girl, why'd you sign Harry Jowsey? But I get it, they're besties. I probs would too if I was in that position and we were besties, whatever. But the way Harry Jowsey speaks about women, sorry, we'll get back to that. So I've only watched one episode of Love Island USA so far. I heard that one has way more tea than Love Island UK, so I'm excited to start more of that. I think I might take a break from UK, start binging USA, then go back to UK because UK ain't giving me enough right now, if you know what I mean. But if you're watching Love Island USA or UK, please comment down below. And if you've watched Perfect Match, please comment down below because we have got to speak, my guy. So, Perfect Match, honestly, people will say it's a waste of time because none of the couples ended up being together, which I guess I agree a little bit, but at the same time, it was great TV. It was fucking great TV. So like, I don't regret watching it. You know what I mean? But I do regret Harry Jowsey lying like a dumbass. Dumbass. What were you doing, Harry? Harry. I mean, I'm not one to judge. Okay, everyone loves to judge people on reality TV, right? But like, I'm not one to hold things against people because I get it. They could get a bad edit, they could whatever. A lot of people said bad shit about Harry Jowsey before this season aired of Perfect Match. And I was like, you know what? He's probably a good guy, giving him the benefit of the doubt. No. And then he lies on national TV about kissing Melinda to Jess, his person that he was seeing while the show was going on, and he was saying he wanted to marry her and be a stepdaddy to baby Autumn. Well, she's a teenager, but either way. And then he's lying to her on national television, literally manipulating her and going back on what he originally said to her face and saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry." He starts crying about how he's such a shitty guy. No! And then she felt bad for you. How dare you, Harry Jowsey? That's all I'll say. I'll leave it at that. But how fucking dare you? Because when those clips rolled back in the finale and you were off camera saying that you'd want to bleep F Melinda, and you thought that just wasn't going to air, and then you told the producers, do you have any footage of me kissing Melinda? How dare you? How freaking dare you? I get it's reality TV. I get people are going to go on and be lunatics. Mr. Kitty wants to play with the box, so if you hear scratching, that's what that is. But how dare you, Harry Jowsey? How freaking dare you? But anyways, we'll move on because we're not going to rehash on Harry Jowsey the entire time. But I was just pitched a little ticked off that I watched All a Perfect Match and none of the couples even tried to work out outside of the villa. I mean, the girls did. Guys, where were you at? Where were you at? Men? Men? Ugh. That's what I should title this episode. Men, where you at? Actually, no, that sounds like I want them. Men, go away. Leave everyone alone, please. There's a reason I was a lesbian before I got with Tommy. So okay, we're gonna actually talk about the biggest thing that happened this fucking week. Are we kidding? Are we kidding? I hope all of you know already what I'm talking about because if it wasn't the biggest part of your week, then I'm sorry, what was? I don't know. So Taylor and Travis. Yes, ladies and gents, we are going to be talking about Taylor and Travy, okay? Okay. Him going on stage. How the fuck? I never would have guessed it in a million years that she'd be bringing him on stage. Like, remember back when they were winning the playoff games and they were winning the Super Bowl and she was going on the field and we were all like, excuse me for a minute. What the fuck's happening? She's going on the field? Craziest fucking thing, right? Crazy. And then when she on tour started singing, Karma is the guy on the Chiefs coming straight home to me. We were all gooped and gagged. We were like, there's no way Taylor Swift is saying this right now. And then for her to bring this man literally on stage in London, where her ex grew up, lives. Oh, jeez. Oh, geez, fainted. Maria texted me when I was literally on the airplane and she said, Taylor brought Travis on stage. My friend is there. I said, what the actual what? I was freaking out to Connor. I was giving her the whole lowdown on the plane. Connor isn't even a Swiftie like that. Like, she likes Taylor Swift, but she's not like, you know, like freaking out over that. But I was like, shut the front door. There is no fucking way. I was gooped and gagged. I just cannot believe that. But the way he was smiling at her on stage, I can't wait to find out whose idea that was. What, how long they had that planned if they share that information. I'm like, oh yeah, let me just ring her up and call her real quick and be like, hey, whose idea was it? But yeah, just crazy fucking shit. I am such a TayTay fan. I have loved her since, well, her first album, of course, but Taylor Swift. But I really became a Swiftie, I would say, in her Fearless era because, wow, that was my favorite. My dad had gotten me a Fearless CD on karaoke, and I would sing it all day long when I was in middle school at the house with him. I'm sure he was so annoyed at my voice by then, but he never told me to stop singing karaoke. And I loved it. I would eat that up. I would just sit there and go through the entire album. Hey, Steven, I know looks can be deceiving, but I know I saw some light in you. You. But no, I literally love her. I love Travis. I love them together. I think they should be together forever. That's what I think. That's what I think. I think they're going to get engaged and I think they're going to have babies, but don't mark my word on the babies because who knows if Taylor even wants babies. I know they're huge family people, but who knows if they even want kids together. I'm sure they will. They're beautiful specimens. Um, but yeah, I'm just really excited for her. I think he is so great to her, and you can just see how she lights up and she is obsessed with him just as much as he's obsessed with her. Like, literally love that shit. Love that. And yes, did I spend all the rest of my hours on Sunday going through Twitter and just seeing all the different angles of Travis on stage and like seeing her carry or seeing him carry her and like seeing him forget the cue to put on her makeup and like they were reminding her on stage or reminding Travis to do it. Oh my gosh. It was so good. It was so good. I would watch that over and over and over and over if I could. Um, which I do. I mean, because I can, but also just the different tweets, people crack me up. Like, hold on, mommy, or we're just gonna get that part out. But yeah, I have been loving it. I've been loving it, loving it, loving it. And so, if you haven't seen online, which I'm sure you have, because if you have eyes, I'm sure you've seen Taylor Swift on the internet lately, but Travis went on stage and performed. Not performed as in saying, but like he danced and acted with her on stage at the Eras tour. Travis Kelsey, the football player. And if you don't know what I'm talking about now, then you may live under a rock, but that's okay. That's okay. We accept all here. We accept everyone here. But we're going to move on to a different topic just because I had like a list of things here that I wanted to like chat with you guys about and to get through. And so I just wanted to bring this up as well. But lately I've been doing two a days, which is basically workouts, one workout outside and in heat and sweating and like a stroll, just like a mile, and then coming back inside and doing a workout at the gym while I'm already like, have that momentum built up. And by lately, I mean, I've been doing it for the last 2 days, 2 days strong. I've always had a problem ever since high school, like, because in high school I played all the sports, I worked out all the time, it was really easy to like stay in shape. And now that I'm this age, which I'm 26 now, just crazy, my 10-year reunion for high school is coming up soon. But ever since I've gotten older, like just, later 20s, even earlier 20s, like I find it harder to keep a good workout routine and like keep it consistent. And honestly, I had been feeling iffy about like, the weight I had put on for a while. And like, if you're close to me, you know that sometimes I don't like to speak super negatively about myself out loud because I know that how toxic it is to talk bad about yourself out loud and like to yourself. And I try really, really hard now to just not, but I do say sometimes like, ooh, or I'll be like, oh no. And I know we all do it. I know it's, a thing for everybody because I could tell my friend, you are so beautiful 20,000 times to her face, but she's not going to believe me until she feels beautiful. And I feel beautiful most of the time. It's just when I like, sometimes I have a hard time at accepting not my weight because I feel like I'm pretty okay, weight, but yeah, my weight, I guess, just how I look compared to how I used to look. And I know we cannot compare ourselves to our younger selves because our metabolisms were way up and we were, in all the sports all the time and we were high schoolers. Like, are we kidding? Are we kidding? We shouldn't go back to those days and look at ourselves and be like, wow, I used to be so tiny. Like, and I have a hard time doing that, not from high school, but just um, when we were in Miami. Like, I was a lot thinner because I was outside every day and sweating in the humidity and wheeling to South Point every single day. Like, that was all we did. And that was a lot of miles and it was really hot out. And so I just have a hard time comparing myself to times when I was thinner and I didn't have to work as hard for it. And so, anyways, wrapping that all back up. Sorry, I went on a little tangent, but I have just really been trying to, prioritize myself. And if I want something, I need to work at it. And I want to not I don't really want to lose weight. I just want to feel better. And I feel like when I work out, I feel better. I feel better after I'm done at the gym and I feel better after I go on my stroll outside and I'm sweating. Like, I really do enjoy sweating, which is kind of a weird thing to admit out loud. Sorry if that's fucking weird. But I kind of like to sweat and I like to feel good about myself. And when I'm working out, that is when I feel good about myself. Not because I'm losing weight and I'm trying to be so skinny again and whatever. Like, I have my insecurities, everyone does. But I'm saying I love the gym because it makes me feel better. It makes me happier. It makes me more energized. It makes me feel stronger. It makes me feel like I'm working towards something. Like, I don't have a standing frame anymore. I used to just use the one at PT, but the standing frame was another exercise that I just love to do, and I don't have a standing frame anymore. So I've just been looking to, lift weights and do some cardio and still feel really good about myself and yeah, just feel better. And so if you're struggling to, get a system down where you love working out too, not because you want to be skinny, but also it's okay to want to lose a couple of pounds. Like, it's totally okay. But, to be like, I wish I could be my, the size I was in high school. Like, don't be so hard on yourself because we are all hard on ourselves. And I know that. And, you could lie to yourself and be like, I'm not hard on myself, but I know most people are. And so, just a reminder to not be so hard on yourself and to do whatever makes you feel good. Dancing makes me feel good too. And I love to do that as a workout as well with the team. Like, when we perform and stuff like that, like, it's just find something that works for you and that also makes you feel good. And just stick with that. And remember that we shouldn't be comparing ourselves to our high school selves because we were doing so many other things then, and it's just not fun to compare regardless, no matter what it is in life. Just we need to remember not to compare so much, okay? And I'm talking to myself too. Don't think I'm just talking to you. I'm yelling at myself as well because I'm just a normal person like everyone else. I compare and I really have to train my brain and remind myself to not do that and to not isolate myself because I will only make myself spiral when in reality I should just be living and being present with those around me. But sorry, I smoked a little bit of THC before the podcast, so if I'm all over the place, that is why. But also, I I just wanted to share that there's a rumor going around that Taylor Swift might come back to LA because you know how she does those um, those Instagram pictures after every era. You know how she does those Instagram photos from each concert that she did and she puts thank you blah blah blah, and she didn't do one for LA, so there's speculation that she might come back to LA. And I told myself I would sell my right and left arm to literally go to this concert because I have loved Taylor Swift since I was little. Like, I have been dying to see her in concert for the longest time. I almost went with my ex-boyfriend's um, family, but something happened and I ended up not being able to like get enough money for the ticket. So I was like, well, you guys can have it. And so um, I ended up not being able to go and I was really sad. And I haven't gone to any of her concerts yet because she's always been so expensive. And I would just give anything to see all of her eras at the same time because that is like the ultimate dream. Are we kidding? I get to see all of my albums and like, the new songs on Tortured Poets Department. Like, I have so many favies on there. So it's gonna be really cool if she does decide to come around again. But yeah, also I wanted to touch a little bit about Roulette's experience. So Roulette's experience is like the craziest thing ever. So it is a women's empowerment weekend for women with disabilities, and we do like a pool party and dance classes, and this year we're doing a Y2K movie and game night, and then we're doing like an after party the other night, and then we're doing the pool party and panels, and we're talking about dating and relationships and LGBTQ. Like, there's so many different things at Roulette's experience, but it was literally life changing for me. Like, it was life changing for me, and I don't think anyone can even understand until they've experienced it themselves. But it is going on July 11th through 14th here in LA, and it's for all women with disabilities. And so I am so excited. We get to work it. Bria, Chelsea, and Connor put it on, and yeah, we like work the whole time, but honestly, it's my favorite time of the year. It's just so amazing to see all the lives that get changed because of one weekend with everyone with disabilities. It's the coolest thing I think I've ever been a part of and I've ever gotten the pleasure of doing. And if you're hesitant to sign up, you definitely still should. I know it's a little spendy. It is coming out to LA and everything like that, but we're doing a lot of things to cut the cost this year. And there's going to be hella food trucks instead of having to order food. And I think that's the coolest freaking thing ever. But yeah, I'm super excited. It's just around the corner. I can't wait. And it's going to be Y2K themed, and I just need to go shopping for a little bit of outfits because I'm not like a super stylish girl. Like, I'm very much a big oversized t-shirt type girl. And so, yeah, I really need to go shopping and see what we can work with because it'll be a little interesting. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. And I know I kind of went on like 20,000 different little tangents, but I just wanted to, do this little pop culture episode. And also, I just wanted to put out another episode for you. And next week, we are going to have Joe Marie on the podcast. Woo woo! Joe Marie, Joe Marie. So we're gonna get to learn a little bit more about her. Me and her are gonna make a little cocktail, a little something, something. And so I'm so excited for you guys to see it. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Like, thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you listen, if you watch, if you spend any of time listening to me talk, like that is so amazing. And thank you so much. Like, I appreciate all of you who support me, and I love you guys so freaking much. And there's going to be so many cool, fun, exciting things happening within the next couple weeks. So I'm so excited to bring you guys along and maybe even bring you along to Roulette's experience. I think that would be a pretty freaking cool episode. What do you say? Yeah, I say it's a good episode. But I love you guys, and thank you so much for watching if you did and listening if you did. But I will see you guys next week with Joe Marie. And please tag me or comment or message me on Instagram about Love Island because I want to chat. I just want to chat and perfect match. Also, if you want to tag Alex Cooper in this, please do because I love her. And someday maybe I'm just shooting my shot and shooting a dream here, but maybe someday I'll be on the Unwell podcast group. Who knows? The future will tell, but that would be a dream, a dream, a dream, a dream. But, anyways, I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for coming and listening. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye.